Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Fix. His name is Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the Loshak in the Bag show for a Wednesday afternoon, November 7th. What do you have? Anything that you want to say before we start the show, Jim?
Anything I want to say before we start the show?
I have something.
Yes, there's something I want to say. I did lock in a play. I joining my friend Maxwell Smart on the William and Mary High Point over. I've made that an official play. I tweeted it out. I was concerned that the total might go up. It's at 153 right now. I know a lot of people who are on William and Mary. I just want to see Tubby Smith, new coach for High Point. I kind of want to see. They got Shahid Parker back. I kind of want to watch them play before I fade them right away. But that is something I wouldn't mind saying. Okay, yeah, and I want to lock in a number now in college basketball. I put my clients on this one, and now I'm going to share it with you. No, I'm kidding. I don't have any fucking clients. I do have a package that's available for a reach around. No one's taken me up on it yet. But, Not yet, but I've heard people are very interested.
If I did have clients, I would have already put them on this. I think I'm going to be on, well, I bet it. I don't really like the line movement, though. I bet Bucknell. I'm going to take Bucknell against St. Bonaventure. St. Bonaventure, has a lot of young guys in there, some injuries to start the year. Bucknell has some guys they're replacing, but the starting five is going to be people who have game experience, and I'm thinking that Bucknell keeps it close. I might be wrong here, but I think they keep it within single digits, and I am going to make that an official pick right now. If I had any clients, I would put them on it. And there we go. That's it. Plus 9.5 minus 110. Bucknell plus 9.5 minus 110. I'm also going to give the first half at plus 5, and I might give the under as well, and the first half under is what I am leaning towards, but I'm going to double up on this one. Again, money management is absolutely paramount. Anything can happen in college basketball and in all sports, and it's very tempting at the beginning of the year to just think that you're seeing just huge edges left and right, and you might be, but you got to be careful. Money management is of paramount importance, so if this one loses, it'll be okay, but I am going to give Bucknell two ways, plus 9.5 minus 110, and the first half will be plus 5 minus 105. That's at Heritage. I'm going to make those two official picks right now.
I like it. I like it. Some interesting stuff coming in. One, Kobe Valentine, keeping his ear to the street, says a lot of people want 2 reach-arounds for your package. One just isn't worth it. Dan Kelly says, Pete, if you give me a reach-around, I will tail your NBA plays.
Oh, God.
But Yais needs more information on this reach-around.
Look at the jokes. And Tuate Latte says, Pete's going to a senior mixer. Yeah, so I'm looking my best.
Senior mixer is good.
Look. I might strike out with the gilfs, but if I do, I'm going to strike out giving my best.
And they'll be big gilfs.
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
No skinny, bony gilfs for this guy. Big shout out to our man Bill Butlicker. Says, I need your and Pete's help. I'm on my way to Atlantic City to celebrate my 30th birthday with my frat brothers. We're listening and watching in the car. Can we please get a shout out?
Who said that?
And our man Bill Butlicker.
Really?
A low bag favorite, a beloved low bagger. Bill Butlicker, happy birthday. You give so much to our show. We love you so much. So he not only needs a shout out from you, a 30th birthday shout out, and I don't want this to be horrifying. I don't want you to talk about how the world's falling apart. I want it to be somewhat uplifting. And he's going to need the birthday pick. Pete. Dig deep.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Bill Butlicker, look, we only got a few years left, so let's live it up. No, I'm kidding around. I don't know what to say. Bill Butlicker, again, you're getting older, but don't worry about it because the world's going to fall apart way before you hit old age, so it doesn't even matter how old you get. What you got to do is live for today, pal. You got to live it up to, where is he, in a strip club?
Atlantic City, not yet, but I'm sure very soon.
He's going to be at a strip club?
Yeah.
So all I got to say is, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate those titties. Appreciate those asses when you're there. You've got to appreciate life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're in a beautiful field, appreciate the flowers. If you're in a strip club, appreciate those titties and those asses. And Bill Butlicker, we love you. What can I say? You're a fucking hell of a guy. I can't even express the love we have for you. Your fucking prop picks on NFL are awesome. I've tailed some of them, and they've helped my NFL record for sure. Your insights into even prop plays that I'm gonna make that you aren't making, but last time with the Dion Lewis prop. I had 2 of them, and they cashed, and I really appreciated you giving sort of the other side, the devil's advocate side, right? So, Bill Butlicker, I mean, we're devoting so many seconds to this shout-out. Is it good? It's not that great.
No, it's very good.
Yeah?
It's very good. We have demonstrated our love for none other than Bill Butlicker. 30th birthday. Respect them titties. That's quote unquote from Lodell's Low Shack. Respect
or
them
just appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? You got to love the life that is in front of you. If you're in the middle of a field with flowers, you got to appreciate what you have around you. If you're in a strip club, appreciate what you have around you. You know what I'm saying?
I absolutely know what you're saying. Twatty Latte says that suit came with low self-esteem. Is that factual? Is that fact?
I don't know. Well, the suit came, the jacket, no, the jacket actually was bought. All right, well, listen, we're wasting too much time here.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. All right, let me see. All right, so once again, I locked in Bucknell first half and full game. I would have expected, I don't know, if I really had an edge here, I would have expected someone to be betting this one. But maybe closer to tip-off, it'll come down. But I'm taking them +9.5 and +5. Also leaning under on this one. I don't know if I want to give that one, but I think I will. I think I will. Maybe I'll just give the first half, because if the first half goes soaring over, I don't know if I'll want to have doubled up on this one. So I think I'm going to give the first half under on this one as well. Bucknell and St. Bonaventure first half under. They do have first half totals on this game. Let's see who has it. Let me see. Yeah, it's right now it's just Pinnacle and Heritage, but I'm going to take it first half under. 71.5 -110. Sorry, Bill Buttlicker. Things are so crazy here. I had to do the pre-snap reads show. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, I realized that I had to get to all these new college basketball games that came out. So I crunched my numbers and did some research and found this play on Bucknell that I was liking. I also looked into the Cal State Bakersfield TCU game. So Bill Buttlicker, I'm a little bit frazzled right now, but if there's one guy that I could give the best birthday shout out I possibly could give to, it would be you. So I hope that you appreciate that, at least the effort and the intent.
I noticed you didn't bother writing down my college play.
Which one was that?
No bother.
Oh yes,
right? The over 153.
The William and Mary, the over. Okay,
153
so what are you taking?
at -110.
Okay, so this is High Point William and Mary. Yes, obviously William and Mary last year we padded our college basketball record with William and Mary overs, and I remember we didn't pad it quite as much as we should have. We were on them all kinds of ways, all kinds of days, but we didn't take them blindly, and we should have done it. We should have just been on William and Mary first half overs and team total overs every first half and every full game. They were like the who was that WNBA team? Vegas, right? They were like the Vegas Aces of college basketball last year. This year, I've been reading that they're going to focus on defense more. So I don't know. I'm just telling you what I read.
You know what? Nathan Knight, Justin Pierce are back. That's all I'm going to need, I think, to hit that over. But High Point's sort of an unknown at this point with Tubby Smith in there. I want to give a shout out to all these great cappers getting us rolling today. Young Abu Dhabi says, Jim, that T-Dot fitted a straight fire. And then he goes ahead and says, Pete looking like a crook on Wall Street.
Yeah, crook. I would be a crook on. If Wall Street would have me, I'll fucking be there. Over 153 is what we're going to give you on U-Wager, okay?
Al Mack says that you look dapper. Yeah. And Robin Spears is making sure that Bill watches out for the pink eye.
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course, of course. All right, so once again, Jim has added High Point William and Mary over 153, or did you tweet something out? Did you tweet
That's
out?
What I tweeted out.
153?
Yeah.
All right, 110. I've added Bucknell St. Bonaventure first half under, Bucknell first half +5, and Bucknell +9.5.
Cammy Gopher says, Pete, you look sharp.
Really? Yeah, but is there any chance she's single? I don't know. Is there any chance she's single? It's possible.
I'm sure she's highly sought after, so it's possible.
All right, so let's see. Let's just look for some other comments. Then we'll jump right into
Al Mack says, Pete looking dapper. Let's get... Alan actually says the suit makes Pete's eyebrows look thicker.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's what he needs.
Thank you very much.
Good as gold is in the house. T-Dot in the house. Troy V saying Toledo back down to +3.5. He got it up +4. JP wants to touch. Brent Brooks is in the house too, like he said he would be. I say we get to work. Nick Dial says I cashed out huge this week. Non-applicable thinks you're wearing a kilt. Melee Peddler plays on Toledo first quarter. NIU a slow starter. And Adrian Ganecka is saying, Jimmy, did you get those tweets of my NFL picks? I did. I wish I had them in front of me so I could go over them. I wish that was a mistake by me. I apologize for that. But my friend, let's get to work.
Mr. Gok is saying that's a fresh tie, Pete. I'm pretty sure this is Givenchy.
Pardon that?
Givenchy. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it is. I think it is a.
Sorry, that was what?
Givenchy. All right, let's get to work, Jim. We do have NHL once again. What did we give in the morning show? I gave Pittsburgh team total over and the first period over in Pittsburgh, Washington. Jimmy the Bag gave the 2 home dogs in the other 2 games, Colorado and Anaheim. Right. Is there anything more we want to say about college, about NHL right now, Jim?
Yeah, there's a little bit more. I'd like to hear what Brent is on, but yeah, there's a little bit more. But first off, we have one last thing we got to do before we get into hardcore capping, and that is our man Clint Our man Anna Merrick says, today's my wife's birthday. Not asking for a pick, just a loving shout out for her. And we are headed to Turf Paradise to play the Pony Saturday. Her name is Miranda.
Yeah, Miranda, as Annie Marak and others know, you won the jackpot getting Annie Marak as your husband. I have openly requested to be adopted by him. Yeah. And it's possible. In 2018, anything's possible. It's possible we might be family members at some point in the future, Miranda. You never know what the future holds. Anyway, seriously, what a great guy. So knowledgeable, so sweet, such a wonderful, positive person. And he's your husband. Congratulations. You nailed it. You hit the jackpot in life. Congratulations to you, Miranda. And that was a shout out.
And how lucky is Clint? He gets to go to the horse track with his wife.
And she does that with him?
Yeah, man.
My God.
Miranda is a sweetheart.
What a life.
Wonderful, wonderful partnership there.
What a life.
OG Wham saying, happy birthday, Miranda. Johnny Redbeard joining us, JRB. This guy's been straight fire, making big boy bets in the NFL. Very happy that he's joining us. Okay, let's get to work. Let's get to work. Okay. Is there more NHL that we want to get to?
I don't know.
Is there more that we want to talk to? Listen, was there total movement? Did the public come in on that over with the Capitals and the Penguins?
Probably. You'd have to assume yes. No, not really. From opening, it's pretty much where it is. All the lines from this morning are pretty much where they are. I'm fine with my two plays, and I'm fine. You know what? I did wind up tweeting late last night I went on the Kings -1. But I also tweeted out the under in the Minnesota game, so it wound up being a wash.
You did end up going on that under.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were going to do
it was okay. It was a wash.
It's good, yeah. The Kings last night was a very easy play. We just see this time and again in every single sport. The new coach comes in and they play better than expected. And I like Willie Desjardins. Yeah. And I don't think this Kings team is terrible. That was I feel just because of Willie Desjardins behind the bench, that was a pretty easy spot. And I'm happy that you cashed on that.
All right, so Pittsburgh, Washington again. I'm on the first period over and the Pittsburgh team total over. I'd be leaning Pittsburgh -1 as well, and I might throw that one on there before the show is over. The other two games, Jim's on Colorado and Anaheim. And
couple things on your total. I know we want to get through this quickly, but D Hall saying I'm liking Pens Caps under. Parlay Poppy, Pens Caps under.
Okay. I'm only on Pittsburgh here, and I would be leaning Pittsburgh -1 as well. It seems like this is just the kind of game that Pittsburgh comes to play and they win, right? No?
Yeah, Kobe's saying it smells like a 4-2 Pitt win. Vancouver Brooks saying Pens show up tonight. I'm a little uncomfortable with this tilt. I know that it's going to be very high intensity. Big Dad 138 says Murray isn't playing, so I guess I'd rather take the Pens, but I still don't trust them. I like the over probably better.
Jesus, the Penguins at Bet365 on the alternative puck line is +275.
Wow.
I mean, what are the chances they win by more than one goal? I mean, it's got to be at least 30%, right? I mean, right?
These teams are very, very dangerous, but something's gone wrong with the Pens power play, and I'm surprised that they've changed everything up. Michael Irvelina says Pens win and the over. Al Mack saying, how about that Leafs first period under? Great job, Al Mack, just continuing to hammer things. Alfred Payton ruled out. We got some basketball stuff coming in because George Hill's ruled out, which means it's the Sexton show. We know that Colin Sexton's show is a shit show where nobody gets the ball in proper scoring positions.
All right, so wait a minute. So 2 days ago, you're saying Pittsburgh is clearly one of the best teams in the NHL. Now you're not jumping all over Pittsburgh -1.5 at +275?
No, I don't see why I would jump on the Pens here. The Capitals have not won 2 games in a row all year. The Pens power play isn't rolling. The Caps are first in goals per game, first in power play. I felt like the only thing I wanted to do is make a contrarian play towards the under. I felt like that might be the best move, but I held off that. Listen, Pete, you have had an incredible year in NHL. I've had a tough year, and I'm getting all the way back to close to even, and I want to get on my roll here, and I want to make the best possible plays I can make, and I feel uncomfortable with this game. I know it's going to be high intensity, and I'm comfortable just watching it.
All right, I'm going to make this one an official play. I'm going to add on Pittsburgh. I wasn't really going to until I'm seeing where this line is. I'm going to add on the Pens. I'm going to take a -1, although I'm thinking maybe +275, just taking it -1.5 would be better, but I'm going to take Pittsburgh -1. The money line is +112, and again, the alternative puck line here is +275 at Bet365. If this one loses, I'll be fine, but I'm making this play because I'm listening to you, Jim. A few days ago, you're like, the Pens are obviously one of the top 5 teams in the...
I still believe that.
And now you're getting them on an alternative puck line at +275, so I'm taking it.
And they're only going into the home of the defending Stanley Cup champions, which that hasn't, for some reason, not been brought up. Why has that not been brought up?
Because Washington's a weird team too, right? They're defending Stanley Cup champions, but they're not dominating game in and game out.
No, they haven't won 2 in a row all year.
Yeah.
They are 4-1-2 at home, but they are not playing well.
Yeah. So I'm willing to take a shot with it.
No, I totally understand taking the shot. I totally understand taking the shot. I just need to feel like I have an edge or an angle that I can truly believe in, and I just don't feel it here.
And then before we move on, what about Colorado, Nashville, first period over? I was thinking about that.
I think that the Predators are going to play a very tight game. Now, I thought that when the Sharks played the Predators, that was in Nashville. That game went 5-4. So I don't know. I feel like the Avalanche are going to make a statement here, and I like fading the Predators without Arvidsson in the lineup. I feel like that's a nice spot to be in. Kevin Pine saying high intensity under, and I agree with that.
In which game?
In the Capitals Penguins game. It's just a very scary thing. I mean, we all saw the 13 goals they put up last night. Wild Samurai on the cap. Parlay Poppy says the Penguins have scored only 6 times during their current 4-game losing streak and 2 for 19 on the power play. Cameron Joyce ready for the NBA. I can understand people not liking my Ducks play.
Right.
I can understand people liking the Flames. They've been playing very well. In saying that, I just feel there's value with these 2 home dogs, and I'm on both.
Okay, let's get to NBA. We got a lot of NBA to cover. Then we'll get into college football. There's a few college football plays that I did add in the pre-snap reads show, and we'll talk about that. And then we'll get into a little bit college basketball, though it does seem like we've pretty much gotten college basketball out of the way. But we got a big NBA card here. I'm going to pull up my notes for NBA. What do you think? What do you have to say about NBA, Jimmy the Bag?
That I thought I was going to add that over in the Magic Pistons, and I'm not going to. I just can't trust either of these guys. I actually believe that the Magic will start shooting better, but the Pistons are so bad on the perimeter that I can't trust them to hit overs here. Why am I going to put my money and my record on this? I'm not going to. I wanted to add plays, but I just felt like, now, here's the spot. The Cavs don't have George, as our man Bill Butler on his way to Atlantic City said, the Cavs don't have George Hill. George Hill's been ruled out. Because George Hill's been, and Sasana joining us, he's in Calgary. He knows how bad they've been in Anaheim historically, and he doesn't even believe in them. JP says Ducks on a back-to-back. I think that actually helps him here. Early season back-to-back after getting beaten up 4-1. I think that is fine. I'm not concerned with that at all. In saying that, we know that Sexton's going to have the job all game long, and they're screwed. Sexton is just playing poorly. He's not distributing the ball at all. He doesn't know how to set up his teammates. He doesn't defend pick and rolls. He's averaging 2.2 assists per game. I've got to take the Thunder now. I think Schroeder's going to run him up and down the court and expose him. Joseph Tucker's on the Pacers. Sixers over. Indy relearns how to shoot tonight. I'm on that too. Joseph Tucker, who's been very hot of late. Any play you can roll with him right now is a good spot to be on. Cavs game over, says Joseph Tucker. I can't trust the Cavs to put up points. Has there been any line movement in that OKC at Cleveland game? OKC Cleveland. It opened at 219 on the total, and now it's down to 217, which is right where I think it probably should be. What about for the Thunder minus the points? The Thunder minus the points would be no, not really. Opened at 3, and it's still at 3. It's 3. It's not 3 full games. Sorry. I was looking at the half. Okay, yeah, that's right. Of course, we were talking about that in the morning. It's opened at 6.5, still at 6.5, and there's some 6s around. I will take a 6. King Rail saying OKC first quarter in full game. Listen, Sexton needed another year to figure out. Yeah, he can score, but you're playing point in the NBA. You need to distribute the ball. You need to defend pick and rolls. You need to get the other guys on the court in very accessible spots on the floor where they can get points, and he's incapable of doing that. I'm taking 6 right now. All right, so Jim will take, let's find it, SBRodds.com -6, -105 at Bookmaker. We can give you that one, so that's going to be OKC -6. I am concerned that this is going to change. Bill Butler says, I'm with you. I'm concerned that this line is going to change with the announcement of George Hill being out, and I'm going to need to make a bet on this. Yellow Jesus says, I don't trust OKC. I'm sorry. I love Schroeder in a situation with Westbrook out of the lineup. I feel like this is the strongest this team has been since Durant hightailed out of the city. I really like Westbrook knowing that he's not going to need to do everything on his own. I like it. I like it, but I feel like I might need to bet it right now. I haven't made this bet yet. Oh, the Ohio State-Cincinnati game's off.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Only 18 points in the first 10 minutes.
No. We were no. I thought we had a good play there. I
think we have a great play there.
Should have doubled up on it.
But let's not get too excited because
Okay.
it could go into OT and all that garbage. Okay, I'm going to take a quick thought. Can you take over for a minute? I think I need to make this bet right now.
Holy shit! I was talking about how this is a Givenchy tie, and people are like, "Yes, I recognize it." How the fuck? These people are like real ballers in life. Bill Bucklicker says, "You're right, Pete. It is a Givenchy, excellent brand." And
Did you
what's
just
his
change
name?
the pronunciation
No,
of it? 'Cause
I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to get this. I'm trying to nail this.
And what's his name? And Mr. Gokster says, "I recognize that Givenchy." Wow.
Givenchy?
Yeah, Givenchy. All right, these people actually are a little bit cultured. Who would know?
Cameron Joy says
Who'd have
Paul
guessed?
George and Schroeder going. But sorry to take the
No,
attention.
go ahead.
Do you want to talk about that?
No.
Givenchy.
I'm trying to figure out what to do here with this NBA card. There's so much new information that I'm looking at right now.
Yes,
Man.
I feel like this is the play to make. King Rail backing it.
King Rail likes OKC.
First quarter and full game.
And full game.
I'm going to jump on. I'm going to make the bet now just because I'm concerned
Okay.
that this line will change. I'm not getting 6. I'm getting 6.5, but I will do it.
All right, other plays I was thinking about, looking at the Toronto-Sacramento game, once again, thinking maybe is Sacramento getting a little bit disrespected here? Maybe Sacramento plus the
Oh, wow. I
points
just
once
pulled
again.
up Hotmail and Twitter. And on Twitter, the first thing I see is Whale Capper plays Cleveland.
Okay.
Plus 5.5. He sees a final score of 109, 108.
Okay, I would trust King Rail over an NBA. Sorry, no offense. No offense. I don't mean to offend anyone here, but if King Rail says he likes OKC,
No, Whale Capper's trash. Say it.
but King Rail says he likes OKC. Long term, you're going to be okay there, Jim.
Absolutely. And we absolutely love Whale Capper.
Yeah.
We're just teasing around.
I was thinking once again that Sacramento might be getting a little bit disrespected here. 8.5 points against Toronto. Why would, and once again, the Sacramento team total over, I'm thinking about that one as well. Why is Sacramento just getting disrespected over and over and over again? And here it is once again. Why are they a home dog of this big of a line against Toronto? I know Toronto's deep, but you know what I'm saying, Jim?
I do know what you're saying. I just do not want to get in the way of this Raptors train. But because of what you're saying, I'm not on the Raptors tonight.
Right.
I will break that game down. I just need to do a couple things here.
No, that's okay. Go ahead. I mean, I'm just looking at I understand Sacramento got shellacked in their last game, but before that, they had covered 5 in a row. They were just repeatedly, here, look at this, 2.5 point home dog against Memphis, win. 5 point home dog against Washington, win. 9 point road dog at Miami, win. 4.5 point road dog at Orlando, win. 2.5 point favorite at Atlanta, win by 30. And now they're catching big points against the Raptors. I just don't quite get it. Man, I mean, the Raptors are great, but I'm just thinking that the Sacramento team total over should once again be a nice play here. I'm going to see what that line would be right now at Pinnacle. Hold on one second, guy.
All right, I'm in.
Okay, what are you doing?
I just had to make that bet. I'm concerned that line will move to 7. Parlay Poppy liking the under in Sacramento. Big Dad 138 likes Toronto first half. Angelo says Leonard plays. It looks like Leonard will be there. Bill Butler says Sacramento team total over. We don't need them to win, just score. You have had a great read on Sac team totals.
Yeah, I just, and the market obviously has been fundamentally undervaluing
Saudi
Sacramento.
Rock says, Pete,
yeah,
take the Raptors. Do not overthink it.
Really? Take the Raptors.
And Brent Hunt says, no, Toronto's just that good, Pete.
Toronto's just that good. Right.
Kobe Valentine said, I would never step on the train tracks when the train is coming. Hard to step in front of the train Raps and not get hurt. The Raps are playing very good basketball. Parlay Poppy says, Toronto's 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games when playing Sacramento. Toronto's 2-4 straight up in the last 6 games when playing Sacramento. I feel like we can almost throw old numbers out the door. This is a Raptors team that is playing at an exceptionally high level. It's clear that Ibaka always wanted to play the 5, and Dwayne Casey did not want to do that.
And how are they defensively, Toronto?
They're strong. They're strong. I mean, let me just double check and make sure. Is DeLon Wright back in action and playing? Because
so you think this isn't going to be a game where they cover, but it soars over? They win by 15, but the game soars over, and the Sacramento team total still goes over anyway?
I'm still really uncomfortable with totals at this point in the year, and I just don't. You've had a better read on those than I. I just don't want to put you in a tough spot here. But let me just make sure. It's because last year we felt like we had a very strong defensive team. Now Powell's out, but that doesn't matter. Siakam some of these guys have just stepped up in such a big way. Siakam, Anunoby. But DeLong Wright, his perimeter defense when we need to get a hand in the face of somebody is so impressive. Now, we have some issues at the shooting guard spot, but we can move DeLong Wright over to the 2 if we need just to defend the perimeter for a play. I like it. Crypto King on Toronto, Sacramento under. T-God TV saying, do not get in front of this Raptors team.
Yeah, if I was going to do it, I would take the Sac team total over, not take Sacramento plus the points. But it's just...
Well, why don't we give you some time to think about that? Mark Schillen says, take Raps first half, boys. There were 2 games that we didn't hit hard enough and need to now. And that the first one was what? It was the Hawks game, right? Where am I getting it? The Knicks-Hawks was a spot that we didn't hammer enough. Knicks, Hawks, and Spurs Heat. So why don't we hammer that? There's people talking about the Spurs game right now. So why don't we talk about this? Oh, and Chris Temple saying the Raptors will absolutely crush tonight. Spurs at Heat. Spurs lost in Orlando and looked bad doing it. Heat are playing pretty good. They handled the situation in Detroit without Hassan Whiteside. Whiteside has an injured knee. His status for Wednesday's game is he's a game time decision, but I expect him not to play. Do we know anybody having any information on Whiteside at this point? If he's out again, LaMarcus Aldridge is a guy who, as we saw at times, Detroit have issues with Drummond. LaMarcus Aldridge isn't that kind of guy. But in saying that, Gasol at 38 is not going to be able to come in and have any decent minutes if Whiteside is not in there, I think. I just feel like Gasol at 38 is just too slow right now. Josh Richardson is playing very good basketball. Miami will have a huge advantage at the point with Dragic over Bryn Forbes and Patty Mills. Rudy Gay missed last game. I'm not sure what he's doing with his heel injury tonight. I'd have to hear from you guys. Spurs don't have a true shot blocker at center. They lack a quality point guard. Their three-point shooting is bad. The Spurs are in big trouble this year. The Heat have been dealing with tons of injuries, and they're actually healthier right now than they've been all season. Crypto King says Whiteside is playing. William Morton says Hassan is playing. Wow, I feel like the Heat are the play here. I do not expect the Spurs to be able to bounce back. Parlay Poppy liking the over. Richardson saying Yellow Jesus saying Richardson can defend DeRozan. I feel King Rail saying Whiteside's in. I think the Spurs are a bad team. Oh, and Dom Ricci letting us know that Jet Starno is day-to-day, didn't practice, has a boot on his foot. Oh, that's interesting. I just no Gay and no Gasol. Not that really matters that much. These guys are bums now. I think the move is on the Heat. What would I get on the Heat right now?
You know, it's about 1 or 1.5. 1 or 1.5.
I'll take it.
You think the move is on the Heat, huh?
I do. When does that game go off at?
It goes off at 7:30.
Okay, so I'll have time to make this play.
Well, 1.5 we'll have to give you. 1.5 or 2. It is headed up a little
bit.
I'll
take Heat minus 1.5. That's the spot.
Okay, Miami. What does King Rail think about this one? Miami 1.5 minus 110. Miami minus 1.5 minus 110. What does King Rail think about that? I'm thinking about Miami team total over. Are the Spurs playing tough D right now?
Their D is non-existent. God, I wish DeWante Murray didn't get hurt. It just sucks.
Right. The Spurs D is non-existent, right?
Yeah.
They're just not good.
They're just not good. They're not good at defending.
All right. I'm gonna take Miami. I'm gonna take the first half team total over, and I'm gonna take the Miami full game team total over as well. I'm trying to make up a big deficit here in terms of what's so funny. It's so funny.
They're laughing at the way you wear your hat.
They are?
But Eric Disman says, keep that hat
cool,
tipped
right?
to the left, player.
Are they laughing at me or with me?
No, they're with you.
With me, okay.
Yeah. How would they not be, man?
Yeah.
You're ready for the strip club in that suit with your hat tilted to the left. Pimp game is live, man.
I think I look cool. I don't know. I'm looking at the screen right now. I think I look cool because I got the hat gift from Mr. Gokster. Yes, it's a gift from Mr. Gokster. Tilted to the left, and I got a fucking Givenchy tie on right now. And I think I look cool. I think I'm doing whatever I can to get centered here when it comes to NBA capping to hopefully get to 500 within a couple days. And I'm going to take Miami first half team total over and the full game team total
Whatever
over.
You're doing right now.
Yeah.
Native Queen says, don't do it, Pete. Native Queen.
Wait, what?
No, it's not the hat.
Oh, she's talking about betting wise.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, everybody wants her hat tilted like that.
Okay.
Please leave it like that.
I thought she meant stylistically. I was like, okay, I'll take the fucking Givenchy.
No, she wants you looking like that. Yeah.
She doesn't like Miami team total over then.
Native Queen, now, I sometimes make mistakes reading what the Oracle has to say.
Yeah.
OKC first quarter team total under. First half team total under. OKC second quarter against the spread. Detroit first half and full game.
Uh-huh.
That was your first play this morning, right?
Detroit, yes. Full game, yes.
She's on the Knicks. She's on Atlanta first quarter over and first half over. Miami first quarter team total under, first half team total under. First quarter under, first half under, and second half over in the Heat game. Interesting.
Wait, first half under in the Heat game.
Yeah, she's on first quarter unders, team total unders. She likes to be a low-scoring first half and a high-scoring second half.
So maybe she was just talking about don't do the first half team total?
She's on the Sixers first quarter and first half under, and Indianapolis Pacers second quarter and over.
King Rail says Pete's hat is missing a propeller. Ouch. Pretty funny. Pretty harsh, though. Damn.
Schaefer says Jessica Fine is screaming in her pants right now. Screaming in her pants right now looking at you, Pete.
Damn. I don't know what to do. I thought, like, people liking the over, people liking Miami here. But what do you think now?
Screaming in her pants right now.
Kyle Schaefer. Shout out to Kyle Schaefer. Brian Clark says, hey, did I mention I love this show? What am I supposed to do about this Miami team total, Jim? Was Native Queen saying don't do it Miami team total over? Or
She's the Oracle. It's hard to figure out what exactly she was saying.
Or was she talking about the hat? She might have been talking about the hat.
I don't know. Not a chance.
No?
No, everybody, don't get it back to the tilt, please. For us, please get that tilt.
Dwayne Reed says Miami Heat money line. So if everyone likes the over and everyone likes Miami, then why would we not like the May Less Pay Less Way says Miami team total over is a good play?
I think so. I think that makes sense.
King Rail says he's off the game, but he leans under. Wow.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I'm comfortable here with the Heat and just the Heat.
Okay.
But Wild Samurai's been saying no, nonstop, saying no, Pete. Spurs are the play.
I was only looking at the team total. Damn.
But Antoine Seymour's on that.
All right, I'll just take it one way. If it loses, I'll take it. I'll get 108.5 minus 110. That's the current line at Heritage.
Dragic is just going to put a beat down. I'm telling you, Dragic is going to control everything. Bryn Forbes and Patty Mills just aren't going to be able to mess with Dragic, and he knows that. These guys, I mean, they're not terrible basketball players, but at the point, it's just not a good thing.
Miami team total over 108.5 minus 110. That's the current line at Heritage, and I took it. All right.
Red Girls on the Spurs. Crypto King Spurs money line. Bart Nelson is on the Spurs. Damian Yankovic is on the Spurs. Bill Butlicker's on the Spurs.
I mean, the Miami first half team total is just 53. It just seems like they're going to get over that. You know?
That seems so low.
Yeah.
Are you serious? 53?
For the first half team total, yeah, for Miami. I mean, they were putting up what, winning or losing, covering or not. They were putting up big numbers offensively at home, you know?
I think Dragic will play, but if we need Tyler Johnson in there, God, I hope Dragic plays. Maybe I should.
I mean, is there any reason to believe that that the Spurs are gonna come in here and start clamping on defense unexpectedly? I guess
the Spurs just played terrible. Pop is a good coach; he can get them rolling tomorrow.
He is a good coach.
I can understand what Wild Samurai is on. I can understand that. King Landlord is Spurs got to win this.
All right, I might have made a mistake. Let's go on to some other NBA games. What do you want to talk about, Jim?
Well, what I will do, is I've got this play Heat minus 1.5, but I'm going to wait to bet this. Troy V says Spurs don't play D. King Rail saying lean, full game under, and Heat, but my totals have been off. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we just jump all over this first half over? Scotty Rock saying, you crazy, Spurs are winning this game? The Spurs are a bad team. Are you watching them play? I don't think they're a good team. King Landlord says San Antonio bench is going to step up. Yellow Jesus saying, is Jimmy Butler playing tonight? Jimmy Butler is playing tonight.
Why am I so good at college basketball and WNBA and so like horrible at NBA? I still don't understand it.
I say stay on. Don't worry about it. We're going to get it.
Yeah,
we're going to get rolling.
We'll get everything right. In the meantime, let's talk about this Denver-Memphis game, which is interesting. A lot of people in the morning show are saying they like the under in this one, and the Memphis side also has taken some opinions as well. So I don't know. I guess I got to be thinking Denver team total under. What about that? What about Denver team total under about 103?
I came close to taking this under, but I feel like I'm sort of on the ass end. And Scotty Rock, I didn't mean that. I wasn't yelling that at you. Of course, I know that you're watching sports 24/7. I was sort of saying, are you guys watching the Spurs play right now? They're playing so bad. I wasn't focused on you on that line. So
Yellow Jesus said you got to watch it more, Pete. Yeah, I think that like watching NBA, you learn a lot more about what's likely to happen in the future than any other sport. I do think that actually.
Yes, I agree with that as well. And spending more time on the King's Court show would probably help us a lot. YouTube troll says Loshak watches the WNBA and smokes Marlboro Reds.
No, I don't really smoke anything. You know, I don't really smoke or drink it. Just coffee. You know, the occasional codeine once every couple weeks, and that's about it. That's about it. Let's see what else do we have here, Jim. What's going on here? Troy V says I would take Miami team total over first half.
Yes.
Oof.
Wow, Dan Kelly, Spurs road opponents first half team total are 8-2 to the over since last January. Wow.
I guess it is true. When you're fading Pop. I mean, Pop is no matter who he's got on his team, he's going to have them playing defense after a home loss against Orlando, right?
You know, I've been somewhat disappointed with Pop over the last couple of years. When we found out that Aldridge demanded a trade after a year of being coached by Pop, I was like, maybe. And then seeing Kawhi wanting absolutely nothing to do with Pop, he obviously a Hall of Fame coach and all that stuff, but doesn't that? Yeah, I don't know, isn't that a bit of a red flag or something? It just seems kind of strange. And he had to almost beg Aldridge to come back and said, "I'll just leave you alone if you come back." I don't know if I fully buy into what Pop has been doing over his whole career anymore. And I know that's a sacrilegious thing to say to Spurs fans and stuff like that. And I've been a big fan of Pop, but that's just strange. Aldridge demanding a trade, Kawhi wanting nothing to do with him.
All right, well, you know, the bet's in, the pick's in. I might have made a mistake here. Miami team total over 1.5 minus 110, but I'll take it. What about Denver team total under? The Knicks-Atlanta game is interesting. Maybe Atlanta team total under. How about that?
Sorry, I hate this. I hate to bring it back, but what is the full game total on Spurs Heat?
Spurs Miami Heat. It is about 215 or so. No movement since opening, or no overall movement. It got bet up a little bit, then bet down. Later movement was to the under, so that's not a good sign. I'd prefer to see later movement to the over. Yeah.
Okay. And guys talking about Pop going through some personal shit. He had a lot of very difficult stuff to go through with his wife last year. I've always been a big fan of Pop, but
me too.
But Aldridge, I've always felt was a level-headed guy, and when he demanded a trade, I was shocked.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
And when Kawhi just wanted out, the whole thing was just very strange.
That is. You're right. God, Jim, you know a lot about this shit, man.
Come on.
All right. In the meantime, we're procrastinating. I don't know what. I'm going to wait to make second half bets on the NBA card. I threw on Detroit Pistons in the morning show. That was endorsed by King Rail, so that's cool. I threw on the Miami team total over 108.5. Seems like it was something that Native Queen was trying to warn me off of, but Antoine Seymour likes it. King Rail leaning under on this one, but no play. I might have another loser there. The rest of the card. Anything you want to add, Jim?
We never hammered this Knicks-Hawks game enough. Should we spend another minute on it? I know we need to move on. I just don't. I feel like the Hawks are sort of a tricky team to cap, but the Knicks are playing better than their 3-8, 1-4 road record shows. They smashed the Hawks at Madison Square Garden. They lost that stinger against the Bulls in double overtime. Hardaway dealing with the back injury against the Wizards. Knox has returned to the lineup. Lee still out. They're leaning so heavily on Cantor. Dotson's playing well. Trier's playing well. Atlanta's on the second half of a back-to-back. They put in a lot of effort in that game against Charlotte last night. By the way, did you take the Hawks team total under yesterday?
No, I just talked about it.
I thought you did it, and I was
I talked about it, but I didn't do it.
That was a sharp move. With Taurean Prince dealing with a sprained ankle, I feel like maybe we should jump on the Knicks here. But I feel very uncomfortable taking the Knicks on the road. But this seems to me like the Hawks are in a bad spot here, and the Knicks are probably salivating about getting back on the court after that 116-115 loss to the Bulls. What would we get on the Knicks right now on the spread?
On the spread for the Knicks, let me find it. Hold on 1 second. 1.5 hasn't moved much since opening. I was thinking about Atlanta team total under again, maybe. I don't know. I don't know about this NBA shit at all, man.
No, stay calm. No, don't worry. We're going to turn this around.
What the fuck is going on here? I'm okay with second halves, though. I was all over the Mavs second half yet last night, so maybe I'll tweet out some second halves. But yeah,
Jason Miller poses a very interesting question, but we have to focus. Crypto King says took the Knicks to cover. Dwayne Reed on Knicks -1.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Knicks are the play right now. I just feel like the Hawks are in a very tough spot, and you're asking so much of Trae Young and Taurean Prince. Is he officially out? He's going to come off the bench, so he's okay. Interesting. Let me just double check on this depth chart quickly for the Knicks.
That's all right. Do what you got to do, Jim. Soon we're going to be on college football, where I'm doing a lot better. College basketball, where I'm going to do a lot better. Do what you got to do.
King Rail says took the Knicks, Pete. That's all I know. But Taylor Byers on the Hawks. Greg Sherman saying Hawks are bad, very bad. Hawks got revenge off 2 overtime games and travel. I think the Knicks are the play. Christopher Betts is backing it. Farshad Hassami likes the over. I am going to take the Knicks here. When does this game start?
7:30, I think.
Okay. So I can wait till after the show to make the play. Okay. I'll take...
No, yeah, 7:30.
Okay,
yes,
I'll take the Knicks.
All right, Jim's going to take the Knicks. Let's see what we got here. Minus... wait a minute. Is this full game? Point spread, full game? Yeah. Appears like maybe some money coming in on Atlanta.
That's
now
what
we
Kyle
give you
Schaefer is saying. Sharp
What?
money on the Hawks.
Yeah, you still want it? -1, -105 is what we give you right now.
Yeah, what would the money line be?
Come on, Jim. You'd probably like -108. Let me see.
I'll just take the money line.
Let me see. The money line. Oh, no, -111.
I'll take the money line.
You want that one. All right. Jim's going to take Knicks.
What do you mean? Come on. This is
I'm kidding
stuff.
around. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just hate not having I don't mind losing. I just don't feel, I hate feeling lost. That's what my problem is. You know what I'm saying? I hate feeling lost when it comes to NBA.
But talking about that read you had on the Hawks, you're doing a lot of good things.
I know. I gotta focus. All right. -111 is what we can give you there. Pinnacle money line.
I'll take it.
All right. Okay.
Okay. I'm fine. So there was a question about if we could repeat our NHL plays. Let's repeat the NBA plays and completely move on from those.
Ski Profits on the Knicks -1 as well.
Oh, beautiful!
Really?
Oh, beautiful!
Wow.
Beautiful. Skis on it too.
Well, I'm not gonna mush you guys. All right. So what do you want here, Jim?
No, mush away.
No, you want
I do not believe in any of that.
No,
I do not believe in any of that at all.
All right, I'll take the Knicks -1. What the hell? -1, -105. I'm gonna take the -1, -105. All right.
Sure.
Okay. -1, -105. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing to lose.
King Rail saying Hawks on back-to-back. Revenge spot for Hawks. Lost in New York, but Hawks are awful and Knicks win by 7. Kyle Schaefer says Hawks are like the Browns with the Sharps now. And Merrick says Pete, the man with no balls, tells Jimmy Beck, come on today. He's just joking. He's joking. We know you got big, beautiful balls.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so here are the NBA plays that we have added in today's show. Jim has added Miami Heat -1.5. OKC -6, -105, and the Knicks money line -111. I decided to go on it, and I took the Knicks -1, -105, and I also took Miami team total over 108.5, -110. Might have been a mistake, but that's it for me for NBA. I'll have an eye out for second half plays, and maybe tweet them out if I.
Pedro Corona says,
"What
do you all think? What do y'all think about Bulls Pelicans over?" We did talk about that in the morning, didn't we? We talked about that, and Chris Temple saying Knicks will crush. Why did we not jump on that? I can't.
Bulls Pelicans over, yeah.
And I have has there been any change in the Bulls? Okay, Wednesday Night College coming up soon. Sorry, Sour and Don'ts. What is the Bull? Is that line change with the Bulls? I came very close to taking it.
Which one?
The Bulls on the spread.
On the spread. The Bulls on the spread. No, it's right about 10.5. Still where it was.
I feel like that's a spot to take. And the under, I also feel like the under in Nuggets Grizzlies game is a spot to take. Scotty Rock saying Bulls Pelicans is most definitely going over. Elio Rodriguez thinks he's hearing voices. Yellow Jesus is on the Pelicans team total over. I think the Bulls, I like the Bulls to cover this double-digit spread. Is that crazy? Johnny Redbeard says thoughts on Sixers Pacers. I'm on the over and I'm on the Pacers.
Jim took that in the morning.
I feel like I should take the Bulls, and I think I should take the under in the Nuggets Grizzlies, but I'm a little scared to do it. What do you think about that under here? Do you feel like we're on the ass end of it?
Nuggets Grizzlies?
Yeah.
You're not getting the greatest line, and it is, it's 2018 NBA, and you're looking at a 203. Maybe that's the market trying to tell you something, though. Yeah, based on everything that I've heard, you gave me a free play on the total, even at 203.5, I'd take the under. Based on everything that I've heard, if you gave me a free play on a team total, I'd put it on Denver team total under. Yes, that's what I would do.
And do you think that the Pelicans are going to bounce back after this horrifying 6-game losing streak? They're coming back home. They looked okay against Oklahoma City. They looked bad once.
Based on everything I've heard, yes. Based on everything I've heard, I would take the Pelicans team total over. I'm not doing it, but if you gave me a free play on it, yes, I would take the Pelicans team total over. Sure.
King Rail saying that's a tough line, Jimmy. I feel like the Bulls can stay with. Don't take the Bulls, Jimmy. Listen to your gut. You can tell when you want to lay off the Bulls bet. Okay, I'm going to lay off both those bets. There's no need to force this. Oh, but Randy Lockhart says Bulls plus 11. Oh, fuck. Okay, why don't we move on? I'll keep thinking about it.
Okay, let's move on to college football.
Dragic is ruled out. Damn it.
Oh, for Miami.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah. And that's why the line is headed a little bit in Spurs' favor now. All right, it's done. What's done is done, Jim.
Damn it. Yeah, what's done is done.
All right. So you want to move
So, you guys, I may not bet. The play I made on the show, I may not bet I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this point. Let's see. Bill Butler giving us a starting lineup. Winslow, Ellington, Richards, Magruder, Whiteside. Wow. So I guess, interesting. I guess they're moving Richard. Who are they playing at the point? Interesting. Okay. I'm good.
All right, so moving on to college football, which is a much nicer topic for me. Jimmy the Bag took Ohio at -4.5 in the morning show. That's still where it is right now. No movement there. Northern Illinois Toledo is still at 3.5 or 4. And interestingly, both of the totals got bet down. I gave I don't quite understand why the Miami total got bet down. I gave the first half over 30 as an official play, and I gave the Ohio first half team total over 17 as an official play. And it's a little bit weird that the other game I can understand. Northern Illinois involved, I can understand why that total would get bet down. I don't understand why the Miami Ohio total got bet down, and I don't quite know if I agree with it or not.
Wow, Covington is playing versus Pacers. Thought he was out. Sorry, keep going.
No, it's okay. It's definitely not weather related. The weather is beautiful and balmy from what I'm seeing here. So obviously it's a big game, so people are expecting maybe some intensity here. But Miami has injuries on defense, right? How are they going to stop Ohio's offense, right? So I took the first half over, and I took the Ohio first half team total over. I'd also be leaning Ohio minus the points here, along with Jim. And in the Toledo-Northern Illinois game, I was leaning Toledo. I was leaning Northern Illinois team total under. The fact that this line total got bet down makes a little bit more sense to me. It still confused me a little bit, makes a little bit more sense. Plays that I gave in the pre-snap read show. I did take under 54.5 in Florida State Notre Dame. Under 54.5 Florida State Notre Dame. I like that one a little bit less. I also added on Florida State plus 18. Obviously, Notre Dame undefeated and awesome. Florida State having all kinds of issues this year, but they're playing a little bit pressure free though, I think, and I think they might come to play. And I like the under and the Florida State plus the points. I like the under more, but I did take that one. Other plays that I think I'm going to make: Utah with their new starting quarterback and coming off the loss. I think they might be a little bit undervalued right now. So Utah minus 3.5 is a play that I haven't made yet, but I think that I'm going to. And let me see what other plays. To try to refresh my memory, what other plays I gave from the pre-snap read show and other plays I'm thinking about. Oh, and I also did give. We talked about the Fresno State game on Friday with Ian Cameron, and I did take Fresno State along with Ian Cameron minus 2.5 against Boise State.
That's such an exciting play.
It's weird that Boise State is a home dog here, but Boise State has they've got injuries on defense, and also it's a little bit of a revenge spot for Fresno State. They feel like they have a chip on their shoulder, like Boise State is the favored princess of the conference. And I think they want to come in here and at least get a win, if not make a statement. So
I got to say a couple things quickly,
yeah,
Pete. Sorry to interrupt. But one, our man Kingu about business. God, I love this guy. Says, wow, 500 people watching this show, by far the most consistent on SBR. We are really a family. We come here for daily meetings twice a day, screaming at the top of my lungs. Proud low bagger. Love y'all family.
King Uabi about business. If the show ever ends, I'd love to come work for you in any capacity. I'll do whatever it takes. Don't forget me, pal. Don't forget me, pal.
And then our man Al Mack is asking to see the college football record.
Okay. Throw it up there.
It's not great.
I made some ill-advised, but there was a bunch of plays that I liked that I didn't put up, and but that it is what it is. I'm hoping to get to 500 this week, and college football is so chaotic because there's plays that I like that I don't tweet out and this and that. It is what it is. One of the reasons that we have a little bit of a success on this show is the honesty and transparency. Very easy to be honest when you're up 30 units in some sport. A little bit different when you're 49 and 52 and shit like that. But I'm okay. Overall, my read on college football this year has been okay. There's a bunch of plays that I like that I didn't give out. But it is what it is. Troy V says, I like Fresno. Boise looks very average this year. But yeah, let's not talk about the midweek games. Let's talk about these, the MAC games again. I gave Ohio first half team total over 17. I gave the first half over. Miami, Ohio has injuries on defense. Ohio, I don't know if they're going to be able to stop them. 17 points seems like for a first half very low for Miami. Ohio also tends to do well under the coach that they have, going in later on in the season. They're one of those teams that tends to improve, like Tom Izzo. And there's some teams that do well in the beginning of the season, other teams that do better in the end of the season. Dino Babers coach teams tend, in general, to do well in the beginning of the season. Ohio under Solich and Michigan State under Tom Izzo tend to do better at the end of the season, right? Someone who said that they like Duke in college basketball said that Duke tends to start out well, Kentucky tends to start out poorly. I don't know if that was why Duke rolled Kentucky, but it certainly, fit the pattern. I'm liking Ohio here.
Jared Schrader says, sorry, I haven't been tuned in lately, been busy with school. He's majoring in accounting. Says, just got out of class. Here are my plays. Toledo plus 3.5. Ohio -5. Pistons money line, Thunder -6. I'm on that. And Wright State -19.
Okay, and Yaya says, add to your record, take my lock of allegedly 12-year-old life, Mr. Peters. Thank me later. All right, let's quickly move on to a college basketball, and then because there's 7 o'clock is coming up, and then we'll talk about whatever we want to after 7 o'clock Eastern time. But once again, college basketball.
Sorry, give me the goddamn Bulls.
Okay,
give me the goddamn Bulls.
All right, Chicago Bulls. Plus 10.5. All right, we will write that one down. I'll write that one down for you. But once again, let me just quickly talk about the 7 o'clock college hoops games.
Because we lose people at 7 o'clock, I just wanted them to know I am taking the Bulls.
In the morning, I gave Wright State and Western Carolina first half under and full game under. I also added on in the beginning of this show, Bucknell plus 9.5 and first half plus 5, and I also added the first half under 71.5. Again, I don't know if those are positive EV plays necessarily, but if I had clients, yes, I would put them on that. If I had clients, if I had even one client, I would put that client on Bucknell. Is it a positive EV play? I don't know, but I bet it myself. Then the Cal State Bakersfield game is interesting. We'll talk about that in a second. Jimmy the Bag, of course, did add on the High Point William and Mary over. Last year, that was an auto play. Will it be an autoplay this year? Perhaps, or perhaps not. It's obviously a very low total.
Wow.
And if we're looking at the William and Mary of last year, 153 is a tiny, tiny low total.
I'm very comfortable with that spot. But listen to this. So Twatty and who was it? 2 people just came in on a play that does seem very appealing. And I've lost who else was on it. But Twatty is on the first half under. In Carolina, Western Carolina versus Wright State, first half under 69.5. And right below that, Parlay Poppy says under in Wright State.
Yeah, it concerns me that the line's getting bet up, but we've seen some college. Yesterday, what happened, I tweeted out the Memphis game under at 153. It wound up closing at like 160 or something. Went way under. I gave Wright State first half under and full game under in the morning show. Again,
here are Twatty's other plays. St. Peter's under 141.5.
Okay. That's a 7 o'clock game.
Kentucky team total under 83.
Okay.
Ohio State team total under 66.5.
Ohio State.
Yeah, those games are off already.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay.
The Marshall Eastern Kentucky game. Look at that. That was 174 in the morning, and people were saying it's going to go back down and take the under. It's now up to 178. This shit is just exploding.
Wow.
Exploding up as we get closer to tip-off. Yeah. The St. Peter's game, I did not have enough time to look into. Obviously, St. Peter's is traditionally a very low-scoring team, but this line, bet up, opened at 138.5. Now it's up to a 141 or 141.5. I would also be leaning under in the full game in Bucknell St. Bonaventure, but I just want to stick with the first half because the first half goes over. I don't want to be exposed two ways. So, you know, the DePaul Bethune-Cookman game is very interesting. I guess we're coming up on 7 o'clock. We should stick to the 7 o'clock games and then get on.
Corey Mack says kickoff in 5 minutes. Ohio money line and under 16.5. Reverse line movement on this under.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I gave the first half over as an official play, and I gave it at 30. And let me see where it is right now. Right now it would be, 29.5. Okay. We'll see how it goes. I like Ohio here. I don't know how Miami, Ohio is going to be able to stop them defensively. Injuries. They weren't very good defensively anyway. And then the Toledo Northern Illinois
Troy
game.
V saying that Bucknell is a great play.
You know, yeah.
So let me ask you this, Pete. If the market wasn't moving opposite or wasn't moving towards the over, would you be on this Wright State under with these guys?
Oh, I'm already on it.
You already have it?
I'm already on it. Oh, yeah.
What'd you get it at?
I don't remember. I think I got 147 maybe. And I got the first half at 69.5 for sure.
And what's it on right now? What's that right now?
Like 140. I think I got it after the move, so it's only crept up a little bit. But
when does that game go off?
7 o'clock, Jim. 7 o'clock, Jim. 7 o'clock. 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Okay, it's too late.
25 seconds.
Really? Could I get it?
You can get it, Jim. You can do it. 30 seconds.
No, it's too late. Because I got to send it in.
Yeah, it just turned to 7 o'clock. All right, so, yeah. The Cal State Bakersfield TCU game is interesting. Cal State Bakersfield is kind of a fast-paced team with, and they're not very big. They're guard-oriented. TCU has some injuries and questions coming into this game, and I was thinking that the over might be a play. I was also thinking that maybe Bakersfield to keep it close might be a play. So I was leaning Bakersfield, especially first half, and maybe the over on this one. Go ahead,
Mr. ESPN asked about BC Bethune-Cookman, whether or not what we thought of that game, and I haven't broken that game down to the extent I would like to. But
Twadi you looked
Latte,
at that? Really?
Twadi Latte.
Tell us.
No, I haven't. I haven't looked at it. I've looked at it a bit, but not enough to give legitimate stuff on it. It's going to take a little bit of time to get comfortable with these teams. But Twadi Latte taking Bethune-Cookman against the spread.
Wow. Okay. 19, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, so once again, the Bakersfield TCU game, I was thinking that it might be a little bit higher scoring. Again, this one might be a game where I will take the first half, and then depending on what happens in the first half, maybe take a shot with the second half. Let me see what the first half total will be here. It should be about 67 or so.
Did you take the first half under as well in the Cincinnati game, or just the full game?
No, only the full game. I should have taken the first half.
45 points.
Yeah, I should have taken the first half.
And Ohio State is smashing them.
Yeah.
So staying off of Cincinnati and focusing on the total instead of the side.
What did I tell you in the morning show? What were people saying? Take Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
I said, no, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. Let me see. Okay, so we got about 6 or 8 minutes here where we can just sort of do whatever we want here. I'm going to check the second half right now in this here Cincinnati game. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to check the second half here. Let me just check some shit here.
Please check it.
Yeah, let me just check some shit.
Check it.
Okay. You want to take over while I'm looking at some second half numbers here?
I would. Why don't we talk a little bit, if it's okay with you guys? I'm interested in this Mavericks Jazz spot, and I'm just concerned. I don't want to feel like I'm leaving money on the table. What do we expect of a team like the Mavericks is 0-5 on the road in a back-to-back, looked very good yesterday, and coming into this hungry Jazz team that was just embarrassed? Don't we think that the Jazz are capable of really coming after them and really smashing this Mavericks team in the mouth? They're struggling to get stopped. They're playing bad defensively. We already know that DeAndre Jordan has a very difficult time with Gobert, but Parlay Poppy saying Mavs plus 10 might play tonight. Okay, that's all I needed to hear. I was just one. Yeah, right. I guess you're right. That's just too many points. Brent Hunt saying, Jimmy, if the Bulls cover tonight, give me the Genius of the Month award. I don't think that warrants the Genius of the Month award, Brent, but
thank you. We appreciate the sentiment.
And then our friend from Asia says, yep, Raptors are rolling. Raptors need a new poster called Who is Next? That's how good they're playing. They are playing good. Mr. Gokster says Jazz about to get their first home win, but that's just too many points. Bart Nelson took the over in that game. Donovan upgraded to probable, but I'm expecting Donovan to be in the lineup here. Although Jazz already beat Dallas by 10 points a week ago. Mavs have covered 4 of the last 6. I believe that a plus 10 you have value. I agree. And Chapman won Defensive Player of the Year. That A's team is going to be dangerous next year. We're just not going to get 50 to 1 on the division, 101 to win the AL. bets that I made $0 off of. I don't want to talk about. Man, MLB. Kobe Valentine on Purdue Moneyline versus OSU is a Genius of the Month award, right, Pete? Purdue Moneyline versus OSU. Yeah, that was very impressive. That was
pretty fucking impressive. Yeah. All right. So I'm looking at this one. I'm thinking maybe Bakersfield first half over 66.5. Maybe Bakersfield first half plus 10.5, something like that. I'm just thinking out loud here at this point, guys. I don't know if I don't know what I want to do here.
TCU, I think, can come out fast.
You looked into that game, huh?
Not enough. I didn't get enough time to look at these games. Yeah. I don't want to dictate any of the movements. And on purpose, I didn't want to hammer these games first week. I'm very concerned about my college basketball record.
Yeah, do whatever you want. You gotta take a shot to win a shot, something like that. No, you gotta take a shot to get it. You gotta take a shot to make a shot. There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You miss this one I didn't make up. You miss every shot you don't take, which is not really true, but okay, you didn't miss it. You just didn't take it. But I'm thinking about Cal State Bakersfield plus 10.5 on the first half.
Kobe said I was leading TCU off the bat. I know that Rock liked TCU a lot.
They did, really, really. In this game, then.
Yes.
Right.
I'd be hesitant.
Yeah. All right. I'll stay off it. I was thinking about the over as well. Maybe TCU.
Over is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some movement, too, towards the over.
In Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like that. Scotty Rocks. Yeah, I'm going to stay off the Jazz spot. They're saying they're going to keep Mitchell on a limit. Mr. Incredible wondering about the Toledo over. Not applicable says take a hit to deliver a hit.
Take a hit to deliver a hit. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm going to keep everything simple with college basketball early in the year. It was before MLB destroyed me. It was college basketball that was getting the best of me last year. So
yeah, the other thing is that it's because there's so much volatility in college basketball. A lot of times on any individual game, it's hard to look back and see if you were on the right side or not and what mistakes you made because there's so much volatility, so much unexpected stuff.
Kyle Schaefer's also on TC.
Yeah, I was thinking about over. I was thinking about the first half over, but I'll stay off that one for now.
Alan Axel says Bakersfield has a lot of meth. Hard to find a city that doesn't have a lot of meth these days in America.
All right. So I guess that's it. Anything else you want to say, Jim? We could wrap this up early.
Yeah, this isn't that early, but is TCU a play that is that just too many points? It's probably too many points early in the year. If TCU gets a big lead, they're going to want to empty their bench. If you wanted TCU, it'd probably be on the half, and a lot of books won't even offer that, right?
Which one?
The TCU game on the half, Cal State TCU.
A few of them do on the first half. It's 10.5. Yeah.
I would find that more appealing, but I'm going to leave it alone. Already, Ohio is rolling. First and goal, Ohio.
Oh, really?
We're on a. Let's not. I don't want to start. Putting backslapping each other, but we are on a really nice roll here, and I goddamn want it to keep going.
Yeah, definitely. I second that sentiment, Jim. All right. Let's wrap it up. How about that? Well, of course, we're not wrapping it up forever. No. We're wrapping it up only until 12 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. Really not that much longer.
Headshot wants a quick NHL recap. I can tell you my plays are very easy. I'm on the 2 home dogs, and that's it. I'm on the Avs, and I'm on the Ducks.
Yep, and I wound up taking Pittsburgh team total over, 2.5 minus 155, the first period over in that game. And then because the line was so big, Pittsburgh -1, plus 112 on the money line, and plus 275 on the alternative puck line, taking a shot there. Not a bad situation when you have one of the top 5 teams in the NHL on an alternative puck line on the road at plus 275, in my opinion.
I think it's a great spot. You're getting a ton of value. You're going for a big score.
Right.
Absolutely. And before,
I wanted to identify this, talk about this before. Angel Romero hit us up with a soccer pick. It was just there was so much shit going on. I copied and pasted it, but he posted it again. Soccer pick for tonight. You might not have it in your book because it is the Costa Rica Soccer League. Starts at 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Alajuelense -1.5 minus 140. Alajuelense. Yes, -1.5 minus 140. If you want to tail that one, go for it.
Corey Max says, Jimmy, of your 2 money line dogs in hockey, which do you like more? The real reason why I'm taking it is because I want both of them. Corey, so I really want both of them here. I feel like if I get 1 out of 2, which I think is very reasonable, I make a little bit of money, and 2 and 2 is in the card. So I really feel like Mohammed Joma is saying Flames money line best NHL play by far tonight. So so then I guess if Mohammed Joma is saying definitely don't take the Ducks, but I really feel like having both of them is a nice spot. And if you were going to make a 1 unit play on the one I like the most, I would say cut that in half and take them both.
John Garcia, Bakersfield's the top dog in their conference. Yeah, I mean, they're not tall, but they're fast. And I don't know. I was thinking, Smooth Moses says take Querétaro on Friday. And also Smooth Moses says take Frankfurt tomorrow. So I will copy and paste that.
I've heard other people mentioning that Smooth Moses, that seems like a nice consensus play with some real top cappers.
D-Ram says this guy's mustache is nice. New viewer. That's true, D-Ram. I'm not just all about people like this guy. I like this guy's mustache. But is that all he's about? Oh, no. There's a lot behind the mustache, D-Ram. Why don't you watch future segments of the episodes of Low Shack and the Bag Show and find out what's behind the mustache. All right, let's see. What do we have out here?
Well, now, and our friend from H saying the Ducks cannot be trusted right now. I get it. But now, should we get into our play a capper that you're not spending enough time listening to? He is coming off a loss, sadly. Oh, but it's not lucrative, Larry. We have Freddie Fortune's plays of tomorrow. Freddie Fortune in the house. Very exciting.
Sorry, I'm just looking. Native Queens on the second half under in the Ohio State game. Right, go ahead.
Free play parlay. Europa League.
You're going to want to...
Freddie.
Oh, no.
Freddie, what's your mom do to that planter?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, Freddie's mom, no. Oh, Freddie's mom.
I guess seems to be that.
Stop it now.
Oh, that's harsh.
That's very childish, Larry. You're just jealous of my role here on Low Shack and the Bag afternoon show every day.
Stay strong. Make your play.
Free play parlay. Europa League. Sevilla over Akisar Beladi at -400. Eintracht Frankfurt over Apollon Limassol at -175. And also Chelsea over Bate Borisov at -275. Which gives me a +167 parlay at Bet365. That is not funny. I'm staying here.
Sure.
I'm the main character of this show.
You are the main character. So we have another guy on Frankfurt here, Freddie Fortune. I'm sorry that Larry did that. You guys are having quite a battle. Quite a battle. Well, what do you say, Pete? We put this a bow on this bad boy.
Yeah, let's put a bow on this bad boy. I'm just looking at Real TC. Shout out to the Real TC. I said Ohio State +5 feet. He did. He also liked what was it? He also liked Marshall, right?
Oh, the Real TC did. You're
yes,
absolutely right.
Shout out to the Real TC. Sorry, I don't mean to rain on Freddie Fortune's parade here, but the shout outs come when they come. And shout out to the Real TC for liking Ohio State. He also liked Marshall. We'll see how that one turns out. Sorry, I think I've upset Freddie Fortune in some
Larry
fundamental way.
Yeah, no, it's Larry. It's
Oh,
Larry.
okay, all right, okay. Bucknell up 2-1, nice. All right, let's put a bow on this shit. Let's put the bow on this shit right here. How about that?
Let's do it.
All right, okay. Freddie Fortune, thank you very much. We'll be back at 12 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow.